2 terms for the Prime Minister, a bone of contention among coalition partners in Team Unity.
Suddenly, I'm hearing in some quarters that there's nothing wrong with any unity leader being Prime Minister for more than 2 terms.
For those who recite the words of Timothy, for those who claim to live by the words of Timothy, whether they come from 1st or 2nd Timothy, and not 3rd Timothy, because I ain't seen a 3rd Timothy in the Bible. Not 3rd Timothy, because I ain't seen a 3rd Timothy in the Bible.
But Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris said he has never said publicly that he was seeking a 3rd term.
I have never spoken on a 3rd term. There's no record anywhere about Timothy Harris speaking on a 3rd term.
So what really then is the source of contention? Political analyst Peter Wickham believes the contention lies in a comment made at the People's Labour Party PLP convention in 2021, where the keynote speaker, Dr. Sharon Ann Gopal McNichol, suggested a 3rd term for Dr. Harris.
This is really the issue, Andre. The Prime Minister is being accused of wanting a 3rd term. The Prime Minister is saying quite rightly that you cannot point to any conversation that he has had with anyone publicly where he has said he wants a 3rd term. Privately, he certainly never said that to me. I don't know whether he said it to other persons regarding. So he is operating on the assumption that him not having said that he wants a 3rd term is enough to convince people to the contrary. No, the challenge is that there's a backstory. And the backstory, it was that PLP had a convention in which a lady stood up and said that she thinks that he should have a 3rd term. The Prime Minister claims he cannot be held responsible for someone says on his platform because she was a guest. At the same time, however, I think that there are reasonable assumptions being made by some people that she was sent with a message, because people may know Dr. Harris's style and may feel that his style has often been one where people speak on his behalf as opposed to him speaking on himself, for himself. And a political strategy is not unusual, where you may have a difficult conversation to have and you prefer to have someone make that conversation on your behalf. And I get it.
Mr. Wickham believes it's time for Dr. Harris to publicly reassert he has no intention of seeking a 3rd term.
It's come to the point where it is incumbent upon him to make clear his position regarding leadership, his position regarding retirement, his position regarding what happens to the Team Unity leadership after. And I think that that is perhaps now the only way that you can see clarity, because there was a time when not saying anything was reasonable. But I don't know that the argument the Prime Minister is bringing, which is saying that, I haven't said it, is necessarily washing anymore, because there are clearly some undercurrents, the vast majority of which I'm not aware of, that people appear to have been convinced for one reason or another that there's something that he's up to. And I think that he needs to do everything in his power to disabuse the minds of people regarding what exactly he's up to.
Mr. Wickham, in an interview with SK Newsline, described the public spat among the coalition partners as a political mess. The full interview with Mr. Wickham will air on Tuesday on the radio program Let's Talk St. Kitts Nevis, which will air on Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net at 10 a.m. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.